here, the word thanks, the word gratitude is on people's minds, right? So I wanted to touch on, it's dark. Yes, I know. I wanted to touch on a document I created a few years back that helps me really to focus on getting to a place where I'm more thankful, because I've noticed over the years that sometimes it's a challenge because we do get bombarded left and right from things that may lead us into not being as grateful. And I'll share with you the document really quick, and then we'll go into a few things where I got the ideas from. Let me see if I can bring it to the main screen here, because that wasn't it. And the idea behind this is I myself was having a challenge consistently finding the ability to be thankful. And I'm like, hey, you know what? I don't want to always have to start from scratch. I want to just get kind of right into it. And so I created a process for it. I call it practicing thankfulness, right? And the idea came from this, and I'll stop sharing and then I'll go back to it. The idea came from when I was reading Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. It's his journal from a long time ago, never intended to be a book, right? But you read the beginning of it and you see how it starts, and it's him thanking all the people in his life, and him really saying, hey, I learned this from you. I learned this from my father. I learned this from my mother. I learned this from my friend. And I thought, man, what an amazing way to start your own private journal. Say, what am I grateful for here, and who am I thankful for, and how do I view these people? Anyway, that's the idea behind this. We're all thinking Thanksgiving. Let's go through this with me, because I've always found this document since I've created it to be very useful for me. And I put, the more you look at things to be grateful for, the more you'll start to look for things you're thankful for, right? It's just, that's the way the brain works. It's all your reticular activating system. It's that filter you have. Here's an easy process to practice daily to get you into the right frame of mind. Here are a set of questions to prompt you. There are 4 questions and then a statement at the bottom. Number 1, here it is. Was there an instance throughout the day that made you smile, or where you were happy? Now, when I go through this process, and we've done this before, I always think like, okay, it's the end of the day right now. I'm going through is like, what was one instance throughout the day where somebody, you know who it was? It was probably Jeff Fitzer, because we had such a great time doing that social daily shots. And I'm thinking, he definitely made me smile. So now I'm thinking, okay, who out there, instead of thinking, who out there pissed me off today, right? Because there are people like that in your life, in my life. I'm focusing on who out there made me happy, right? I'm trying to gravitate my mind into a more positive outlook. And then it goes from there. So now number 2, was there someone that made your life easier today, or made you smile again? For me, I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, who made my life easier today? And there was an instance today where Glenn Sanford, you probably know him. He's the CEO of Success, CEO or created EXP, but more importantly, he's my friend. He's a longtime friend. He did a few things today that made my life easier, and I'm thinking, man, that's actually super kind. And so in my mind, I'm thinking, you know, Glenn made my life easier today, and I'm really thankful for that. Now I'm going to continue. See what I'm doing here? I'm pushing you towards you thinking about people in your life that made it easier for you to live. Things that make you happy, right? Other people, more importantly, other people, right? Now, is there anything that you're proud of today? Something that you accomplished? Now I'm going back to you. I'm being a little bit stoic on this one. And I'm saying there's something about you, something that you do daily, something that you hold the power to, something that you accomplish, no matter how small today, that you should be proud of. Because throughout the day, what happens? All of this stuff happens at the end of the day. You're like, oh, I wish I did this. I wish I did that. I wish I did this, that, and this. And then you feel inadequate. And then you don't give yourself enough credit. So be thankful for you. Take the moment to be grateful for the things you've accomplished. And then here, number 4, is there someone you've been wanting to thank that you haven't reached out to? Well, it could be either Jeff, right? Or it could be Glenn Sanford, or it could be somebody else in my life. In this case, it was probably my wife today. And she did some pretty great stuff in the background that if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be able to do things like this and give value to different communities. So I'll probably reach out to her. I'll probably go over to the room and be like, hey, honey, thanks, right? Thanks. You're pretty awesome, right? So that's what I'm thinking right now. And then lastly, it's not a question. It's more of a statement that I created. It's close your eyes, take a deep breath, right? Because breathing is extremely important. And you know what? As you're thinking about that, are you clenched right now? Are your shoulders up? Are you tense? Breathe a little bit. Think about your ability to process information and be thankful for your mind with the capacity to refine thoughts that can create an amazing future for you. And for me, that's one of the things I do at the end of the day. Now, I don't do it every day. I probably go through 3 to 4 times a week and I get to this one. And so I just wanted to share that with you. And if you have any questions, any comments, or things I should add to this, let me know. And some of you are wondering what I'm drinking. I got this Coke. It's Coke Zero, but with coffee. And it's pretty damn good. So if you want to try something new, there you go. I'll see you again this week, probably tomorrow with Jeff Fitzer on Daily Shots or something else.